Hello, friends. Come join me in exploring as we travel to the land of Newton's laws. My name is Miss Darth Vader, and together we are going to explore Newton's 3 laws of motion and look at examples of how these laws come into our daily lives. Do not be afraid. The forces will be with us. Newton's first law states that an object in motion will stay in motion, or an object at rest will stay at rest, unless that object is acted upon. Another way of thinking about Newton's first law is to think that an object will continue in their state of motion unless some force acts to change it. Next, I will show you examples of Newton's first law in real-life situations. As this ball lies at rest, it will continue to lie at rest. However, if an outside force, in this case my hand, acts upon this ball, it will move in a continuous motion until another force acts upon it to stop. Since this ball is on carpet, the ball's motion will stop due to the force of friction. Newton's second law is based on the equation force equals mass times acceleration. This means that the acceleration of an object will depend on the object's mass and the force acting on that object. Based on the equation, we can tell that acceleration is directly proportional to the force, while it is inversely proportional to its mass. To better understand Newton's second law, we will go through an example. As I am pushing this unoccupied chair, it is a lot easier to push because no one or no object is sitting in it. However, if I push this chair with it being occupied, it will be a lot harder to push. This is due to the chair now having more mass added to it. Based on our equation, if the mass of the object increases, its acceleration will decrease. This is shown as I tried to push the chair with someone in it. It was a lot harder to push due to the increase in mass. When the chair is empty, it was easier to push due to the decrease in mass. Newton's third law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, with this reaction having the same momentum and opposite velocity. If object A exerts a force on object B will exert an equal force on object A. I will show you an example of how this applies with a basketball. As I bounce this basketball, the force of the basketball hitting the ground is equal to the force of the ground hitting the ball, therefore allowing the ball to bounce back up to me. In this case, the action would be me bouncing the basketball to the ground, while the reaction is the ground's force acting in the equal and opposite direction, to allow me to catch the ball as it bounces back up. Thank you so much for watching my video on Newton's laws of motion. I hope you now have a better understanding of how Newton's laws can be applied in everyday life. And remember, let the force be with you.